I'm Potters Baseball Varsity Assistant Coach Craig Wright, and it's about 7:15 on Christmas morning. Before I go celebrate with my family, on behalf of the entire Potters coaching staff, we want to wish you, our Potters Baseball family, a very Merry Christmas. Now today we unveil the Potters Baseball All-Decade First Team. And in the 5 years since Coach McCarty and I have been blessed to be part of this program, we've averaged 28 wins a season. And I think we've achieved that level of success in several ways. First of all, everyone, I mean everyone who's worn a Potter uniform in that time period has helped to build a culture of success that we enjoy. We've played with great confidence, we've expected success, and yes, we believed in ourselves and each other. But most of all, we've had great players. These 11 players represent the very best of the best. They've compiled some of not only the best seasons and careers in Potters baseball history, but in the history of high school baseball in Central Illinois. We've got 5 guys that played Division I baseball, including 1 that played professionally. We've got 3 guys playing Division II baseball, and 1 each at NAIA in Division III. 4 of those guys played junior college baseball before moving up. One of those guys was named a preseason All-American by a college baseball newspaper for Division I. We've got 2 guys who are recognized nationally as junior college first-team All-Americans. We've got a guy who was named Big East Player of the Week 1 week last season. We've got the number 1 and number 2 all-time career hit leaders in Potters baseball history. And we've got a young man who, according to the IHSA and Sam Knox, is the first player in Illinois high school baseball history to be a first-team All-Stater and then improve his batting average by 102 points the next season. This is quite a group, and I'm very privileged to have a continued relationship with these guys, and I'll tell you the same thing the rest of the staff would tell you. They're every bit as impressive as people as they are players. We would go to battle with this group anytime, anywhere. So fellas, you've made us so proud, and we're going to do our best to make you proud by continuing to build on the success you've helped us to develop. Fellas, congratulations. Here is your Potters Baseball All-Decade First Team.
That's going to hit the Cisco run. Nick's around second, headed toward third. You're right, Coach. Crawford's going to wave him in. He's going to score easily. Logan on his way to third. It's a stand-up. Shoots that one to center field. That thing's got a chance to get out of here too. Lindbergh is all the way back, and that thing is gone. Second home run of the day for Vinny Masaga. Coach Crawford is
Potter fans, thanks to everybody yesterday that commented and sent messages about our second team and our honorable mention list being unveiled. Now this was the toughest task, narrowing down all the great ball players that we've had over the last 10 years, narrowing it down to 11 players. And really this is a dream team. If you look at these guys, each and every one of these 11 guys not only were great baseball players, but brought things on and off the field that were tremendous for Morton baseball. So the way I'm going to present this list is I kind of came up with a batting order of how I would do it if I was writing a lineup to win one game with these 11 guys and how we would do it, and even talk a little bit how we would go through a series and think that we'd be in pretty good shape. So starting off, our leadoff hitter, the ultimate leadoff hitter, probably for 2 years in 2018 and 2019 was probably the best leadoff hitter in the state of Illinois, in Nick Guerrera. Talk about a guy that comboed up power, speed, on base, and simply his numbers were like a video game. Senior year batted .530, got pitched around, had over 30 walks on the season. Junior year had a tremendous season. Now he's at Maryville University playing Division II baseball. One of the all-time greats, Nick Guerrera. In the two-hole, nothing better than having a two-time Journal Star Player of the Year batting in your second spot. One of the best hitters in the history of Morton baseball, who now is a pitcher only at ICC and has just recently signed at Indianapolis University in Logan Peterson. Talk about a guy that came up with clutch hit after clutch hit in the postseason. Not only was he a great position guy, starting at third base for this team, he was also one of the best pitchers in the history of Morton baseball. So you combo him up with some of the other guys we're going to mention in the rotation, and he's another great, great two-way player. In the three-hole, none better than right fielder Danny Bolt. Right now, Dan Bolt just recently was named a preseason All-American to Division I level. For us, he had batted .505. His junior year, as a senior year, batted in the 400s, had great power. A neat thing about Dan, his first career at bat as a Potter was a home run, and his very last at bat as a Potter was a home run. Looking forward to seeing big things for Dan this year and hoping to see him play pro ball this summer. In the cleanup spot, another guy that we moved around the field from his sophomore to his senior year is Vinny Masalia, a guy that in the postseason in 2018 when we were making our run, hit 4 big home runs, was another guy that was elite on the mound. Sophomore year was Journal Star All Area as a pitcher. Senior year did it more with his stick, but was also the guy that shut down Nazareth in the state semifinal. Another Potter great, Vinny Masalia. In the 5 spot, Adam Christensen, a guy that's playing at Ball State, was a great player at ICC, was a tremendous 3-year starter for us. Had a great career for us, was a state champ in junior high, was a guy that we just came up a little bit short in the super sectional in 17, but a tremendous team leader, great worker on and off the field, Adam Christensen. Our super utility guy on this team, a guy that'll bounce around in the outfield. He's not in our original lineup in the 9 batting order, but Jake Starkey. We have a leadership award named after Jake, a guy that could play center field. He also had 8 saves his senior year on the mound, went on to Monmouth University and had a tremendous collegiate career at the Division III level, and now is starting to get into the coaching, which is always good as a coach to see your former players doing that. So Jake Starkey, tremendous Morton Potter. Another player, another elite middle infielder for us that made the list, a 3-year starter, batted over 400 as a sophomore, had a great junior and senior year, was also tremendous on the mound, Ryan Altenberger, a guy that's been playing at Xavier in the Big East over the last 3 years. Another Potter great, was part of that 25-0 8th grade team that won state in 2012, and then made it to the Elite Eight as a senior in 2017. Ryan Altenberger. A guy on the list that did not want to play college baseball, but definitely could have, was our shortstop on this team, and that's Jared Little, a guy that stood out in all 3 sports at Morton High School, was a great soccer and basketball player, and was unbelievable at shortstop for us in the middle 2014, 2015, and those years. Jared Little. Our catcher, and we've had a run of just amazing catchers since I've been here. A lot of guys that went on to play all levels of college, but this was a guy that got 3 years of varsity experience, was an All-American at Lincoln Land, went on to be All-Conference University of Missouri St. Louis, Jake Morsch. Jake was a great leader for us. My first couple of years here, we didn't have a lot of guys that played on collegiately and didn't have a lot of guys that really did much outside of baseball season. And Jake was one of those guys that kind of paved the way for the next wave of Potter greats. So, Jake Morsch. In the 9 spot, a center fielder and a pitcher, another two-way guy that makes this team really good, Jordan Warner. Jordan was probably one of the best defensive outfielders I've ever coached, had a cannon for an arm, went to Olivet Nazarene, had a great career there as well. His dad has been instrumental in the Potter baseball program as far as building the fields, being my assistant coach at the junior high level, and just helping coach MYBA through some of the great teams that we've had. And last but not least on this list, probably one of the most, if not the most decorated Potter greats, Will Hayden. Will was a guy that went on to pitch at ISU and then pitched in the Padres organization, and right now he's in independent ball trying to find his way back. but Will was unreal as a pitcher. 4-year guy, ERA sub-1, averaged over 2.5 strikeouts per game his senior year. Just an amazing Morton Potter. And with that being said, he would definitely be our Monday conference guy. If we could roll Will out there on Monday with that lineup and put Logan on Wednesdays and have the rest of those guys throw your doubleheaders, I think we'd be looking at a 35-40 win season. So it's been a lot of fun coming up with this list. Thanks for all that have followed. I hope that in your guys' eyes we got it right. It was fun to do, a little bit stressful because there were so many great choices. But have a great holiday, enjoy the new year, and let's look forward to some Potter baseball in 2021.